Location 51 was the last place that the Prophet ﷺ passed through on day 9 of the journey of the Hajj. He stopped at the next point, which in the direction in which we are headed, which is Mar al-Zahran. Anyway, this location, the lava tract of Dajnan, is mentioned by the Prophet ﷺ when the Quraysh asked him about his miraculous night journey in Isra wal Mi'raj. The Prophet ﷺ relayed, "As I was returning from Jerusalem, when I reached Dajnan, I passed by a caravan that belonged to one of the Quraysh. They had a drinking vessel filled with water, drank." And there were 3 such caravans that the Prophet ﷺ described to the Quraysh. Another incident that takes place here is that on the 8th year of Al-Hijrah, Amr ibn al-As, who had just come back from Abyssinia, where he had accepted Islam under the guidance of al-Najashi, he met up with Khalid ibn Walid, a chance encounter, and Uthman ibn Talha at the lava track of Dajnan, and they proceeded to Medina, all 3 of them together, where Khalid ibn Walid and Uthman ibn Talha became Muslim. Stop number 52 is Mar al-Zahran, or the Valley of Zahran, and this is where the Prophet ﷺ began day 10 of his journey for the Hajj. The valley runs 200 kilometers, and it was later named Wadi al-Fatima. The Khuza'a tribe settled in the outskirts of Mecca on their way to the Levant, and this is where the tribe gets his name from. Khuza'a in Arabic, Inkiza, means to withdraw. This market town was very familiar to the Prophet ﷺ. For the 10 years prior to the immigration to Medina, the Prophet ﷺ would spend 20 days, the first 20 days of Dhul Qa'idah, in the markets of Mar al-Zahran, and in the last 10 days, he will spend the first 20 days in the markets of Uqaz, and the last 10 days he will head to the markets of Majana for the last 10 days of the month. This is also the place where the Quraysh gathered on their way to the trenches, the Battle of the Trenches, Khandaq, to make sure that they had 10,000 fighters before they left for Medina. The mosque of the opening of Masjid al-Fath is also located in the valley of Al-Zahran. The Prophet ﷺ, on his conquest of Mecca, stopped overnight here during the month. He stopped here during the month of Ramadan. While on his way to the opening of Mecca, this is where Sayyidina Abbas, accompanied by Abu Sufyan, met the Prophet ﷺ and accepted Islam. The Prophet ﷺ requested that Abbas stand with Abu Sufyan at the front of the mountain where the valley narrows to observe the army marching for God as it headed towards Mecca on the 18th of Ramadan on the year 8th Al-Hijri.